Well, the tropics are the topic today. Carson, I was hoping you could clear up a couple questions I've been seeing on social media.
Yes, definitely, Cynthia.
So one, can these storms merge together? And two, if they're spinning in different ways, do they cancel each other out? I keep getting those questions.
Well, okay, so a couple of answers here. Typically, if you do see a storm run into another storm, that storm is going to significantly weaken, or the stronger storm will somewhat overtake the smaller storm. And then there's another effect where the weaker storm actually revolves around the stronger storm. Now, I don't think that's going to happen because Marco is almost inland right now. But we are dealing with Laura, which will be making landfall Wednesday night into early Thursday morning, and that is my main concern at this point. In this case, Laura is a stronger storm. Texas landfall would mean more rain for us here in East Texas, but a Louisiana landfall in southwestern Louisiana, that would mean perhaps less rainfall for us here in East Texas. So here's Marco. Once again, lots of thunderstorm activity inland right now across northwest Florida. And you can see it's a very lopsided storm. There is something that's called wind shear, or the change in direction or wind speed as you go up in the atmosphere. Hurricanes do not like that when they are out in the open like this. And once again, that's why the storm is lopsided, and that's why it has weakened down to a weak 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm as of the 10 o'clock advisory. Now, that being said, I'm not going to rule out rain associated with Marco because it is going to head into Texas as we go into Tuesday, and that could lead to a couple of showers and thunderstorms, particularly in deep East Texas. But I'm a little more concerned about Laura. Still very disorganized at this point, but that's okay for now from the tropical storm's sake. Still has 60-mile-per-hour winds and is moving off to the west-northwest. Eventually, it's going to make landfall in Cuba and then emerge into the Gulf of Mexico. And as it does that, the wind shear in the Gulf right now, it's going to clear up just a little bit, which will allow Laura to become a Category 1 hurricane, perhaps a Category 2 or 3 hurricane before it makes landfall once again, either in southeast Texas, which means more rain for us, or in western Louisiana, which would mean less rain for us. So we're rooting for the West Louisiana route because we'd probably still get a little bit of rain, but we wouldn't get the several inches that would lead to some flash flooding. Now, another question that I have been asked on social media today is, what about the water temperatures? Does typically one storm decrease the water temperature before another storm hits, therefore Laura wouldn't be as strong? Well, the answer to that is not in this case. Marco's been ripped apart by the wind shear, so we really don't see a difference in water temps. Middle to upper 80s right now in the Gulf of Mexico. That's not something you want to see right now. That just means Laura is going to have more fuel. Temperatures are in the 80s and 90s right now. We hit 95 today. No concern with today's forecast. And then as we go into tonight, mostly clear skies with temperatures falling into the middle 70s. So 90s across the board for afternoon highs, 70s for lows, but we are slowly increasing that rain coverage, especially Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday once tropical storm or Hurricane Laura comes ashore. So you really need to keep your watchful eye out in deep East Texas. Cynthia?
Thanks, Carson. Up next.